guys, it's Miss Coconut. How are you doing? I'm doing well. So today I want to talk about past lives. I know a lot of people that can remember fragments of a dream that feels so real as if it were really happening, like a movie, but you're like the star of the movie. And sometimes it's like in a totally different century, period, or country that you've never been to, but you feel it so strongly, right? And so what I want to know from you today, have you ever done any type of past life regression work? Or do you recall dreams in which you were with another family, you were of another race or gender, but you vividly and clearly remember living that life that is nothing like the life you live today? One way to tell if you've lived a past life, which I think we all have, is when you have an affinity for a culture that you just love the food, you love the clothing, you love the practices, the traditions, and you don't know why. You can't even explain it. Totally like my house looks like an old white French English lady's home. It totally does. Like what I'm drawn to naturally is very country. I like all white. I like ruffles and white roses. I can't even explain it, and I've always been that girl. I've always been the girl to take a good Harlequin romance book, sit by, the windowsill with a cup of tea and some toast. I can't even tell you why, but that's how I've always been. And this is coming from a girl that was raised up in New York City. Sometimes it is a phobia or fear that gives you a clue as to something you may have encountered in your past life, because in this life you never experienced anything that would drive the phobia that you have. Like some people have an insane fear of heights or water, etc. Another thing, we have strange birthmarks and we have strange markings, almost as if we were hurt or harmed in another life that we can't explain how we got them. And some people feel that birthmarks are a sign of how you died in a past life. And lastly, many people feel deja vu is a big clue. So deja vu is when you remember doing something almost like you just did it, and it feels like it's so familiar as you're doing whatever it is you're doing. It's like, didn't I do this already? A lot of people feel that is a past life moment that you're recalling. Now, a lot of psychologists say they can prove different reasons as to why you may be experiencing all of these things, and that it's mostly psychological. But when you imagine that most of our life takes place in the brain anyway, and that the mind is nothing more than a gateway to this supercomputer that we all go through the matrix and different dimensions, I'm not surprised it could be psychological, but that doesn't mean it isn't real. Anyway, let me know what you think. As always, Shroom Brezzy.